Bunny Tears. What's cracking, Bunny Boilers? My name is Bunny Tears. Welcome to yet another Payday 2 video. My god, I really love this game. Now, this is quite a long one. There's some important things we have to talk about, so if you haven't already, pause the video, go grab yourself a drink, something to eat, get comfortable, get some cushions going, get some ice cream perhaps, and then play the video again, and I'll still be here chatting to myself, and we can enjoy this video together. So, this video is entitled Games for Gamers. Now, there is, of course, as always, a particular reason why this video is called that. However, as always, first thing is first. This, like I said, is Payday 2. This particular job, I believe, was a bank heist where I was actually playing in the multiplayer with other people. So, it was pretty difficult. I was having a pretty difficult time, if I'm completely honest. I was experiencing some lag from what I could tell. It seemed very strange that I was shooting police officers and them not dying, so yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on, but that's essentially what you're watching. It ended up being actually the most profitable bank heist I've ever done. I think the reason for that was because I was with some high-level players who had some pretty high-level gear and made the job just that much easier when it came to grabbing as much fucking money as we could and then get into the van. So, yep, enjoy the video while I talk about games for gamers. Now, there is a particular reason why I wanted to bring out this video, and I think what brought on the idea for this video was the new PlayStation advert, which is entitled For the Players. Now, when I watched that video, that advertisement, I got extremely nostalgic. Now, if you haven't seen it already, just type in For the Players PlayStation advertisement, and it basically goes through the history of PlayStation. Now, I had a PlayStation 1. I had a PlayStation 2, and I have like 4 broken PlayStation 3s, but that's beside the point. I've been through all of the games that they mention in this advertisement and that they go through in this advertisement. Not only that, but the actual lifestyle that these kids are living in this advert is pretty much identical to the lifestyle that I was holding with my cousin, because we would just play PS1 together, and when the PS2 came out, we'd just play PS2 together, and my cousin was the one who introduced me to actual online gaming. It was insane. So watching this, I got so nostalgic. I remembered all those feelings I had when I'm sitting there playing Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, or when I'm sitting there playing the first Gran Turismo, and how amazing it felt, and how I could sit there for 4 hours playing one Gran Turismo race, because I'd just set the laps to the absolute maximum and sit there and play, and I'd win the race like 60 laps ahead or something ridiculous like that. All of this just came rushing back to me. Even just the sound of the PlayStation 1 booting up was enough to just hit me. It hit me so hard, and it made me think, I definitely need to get a PS4. I need to at some point. Now, I'm not getting it on release. If you haven't seen the Podcast X episode where I talked about this, I'm not getting the PS4 on release anymore, because of the fact that you aren't going to be able to record it on the release date onwards. It's probably going to be like a month or two after the PS4 releases when they allow people to actually record gameplay off of it. And the only reason I was getting a PS4 was essentially to record the exclusives. So there's no point in me getting it on release date. So I'll be getting it a bit later. I'll still be getting the Xbox One on release date. But it made me realize, you know, gaming, it's big. It is big. I mean, even if I listen to the album, The Eminem Show, I remember I bought Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and the Eminem Show CD at the same time, okay? Now, I put on the CD, and I played the game. And now, whenever I listen to the Eminem Show CD, I get this huge feeling of excitement and wonder, and I just want to explore and have an adventure, because that was the exact feeling I was having when I was playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the first time. So all of these feelings that I'm getting from these games, or even just the mention of these games, or something I was listening to while playing these games, made me realize how important making games for gamers is. This is where we get onto basically the main point of this video. A lot of companies these days are exactly that. They are companies. They are trying to just make a profit. They're not trying to make a game that is amazing and will impress you. And in 10 years' time, when you hear the soundtrack from it, it's going to send shivers down your spine. There's a lot of companies that aren't trying to do that anymore. They're trying to just build up their games as much as possible. Marketing, social media, marketing some more, and then boom, let's make millions, but let's not affect anyone's lives. So, I guess what I wanted to say was that there are some companies that make games, and there are some companies that make games for gamers. Now, another reason why this has come to my attention recently is because of the release of Payday 2. Now, some of you have probably heard of Payday 2 because I talk about it quite a lot. Others of you might not have even heard about it. Now, the reason you might not have heard about it is because Payday 2 had absolutely no advertising. Absolutely none. There was no marketing scheme, nothing like that. The only thing that was said was, well, if we had £10 to spend to make a game, we would want to spend exactly £10 on making sure that game was amazing, rather than spending any money on marketing the game. This is a company that makes games for gamers. Now, I've come up with a little theory in my head, a miniature little theory, which tells me whether or not I think a company makes games for gamers. And this is actually transferable to other companies around, not just games companies, but other companies you see every day as well. Think about this. If I know the name of someone who works for your company, you do not make games for gamers. If I couldn't name a single person from your company, then you do make games for gamers. So I'm going to bring you an example of this, okay? If we look at something like Rockstar, the creators of Grand Theft Auto. Although some of you, yes, some of you may be able to name some of the employees of Rockstar, I personally cannot name a single employee from Rockstar. And anyone who says that Rockstar isn't a game company that makes games for gamers is an idiot. Because it's quite clear they do. They spent $250 million on creating Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I know about business. You don't spend that much money on anything and expect to make a profit. You spend that much money on something to make it fucking amazing. And that's exactly what they did. They put a level of detail into that game that was completely unnecessary to actually sell the game. They put it in there to make a game for gamers. Whereas, if you look at a company such as... let me see. I'll tell you what, we'll move on to Call of Duty. Yeah, let's talk about Call of Duty. Now, obviously it's two different companies that make the games, but, in my opinion, it's one game franchise, so that's what we're gonna do, okay? So, David Vonderhaar. There you go! There you go. I just named someone who worked for your company, and yes, correct. I honestly believe that the companies that make Call of Duty aren't trying to make games for gamers. They are trying to make money. They're very different things. You can't make games for gamers and want to make money and do them both well. Okay? You can't do that. Although Grand Theft Auto may look like that's what they've done, no, they just went out to make a sick game and happened to make money. This, however, Call of Duty, they're clearly a company that's just there to make money with all of their marketing schemes, and they've got someone like David Vonderhaar sitting there talking to you about what the game's going to include and how amazing it is, despite the fact that I guarantee he can't play for shit. So, don't do that. Okay, I know you're trying to steal my money. I can tell you're trying to steal my money, because as soon as I go into your game, I've got to pay for something. It's like, hey there, would you like a gun? Yeah, that'd be pretty helpful. Okay, that's £5, please. What? I just spent £60 on the fucking game. Why do I have to buy guns? Oh, would you like a DLC pack? Yeah, sure. In fact, I'll get the Season Pass. Perfect, perfect. Well, I hope you know that Season Pass doesn't actually mean you get everything. It's the Season Pass. If I buy a Season Pass for a football team, I'm going to every match. I don't want to turn up and they say, you gotta pay extra to come into this match because they're actually using a white football. What? No, I don't want to pay extra. I have a fucking Season Pass. There you go, David Vonderhaar, I know you. I know your name. Now, I'm not blaming you for this. I'm not blaming you I'm blaming your company. As soon as you put microtransactions into a game, and I know the name of someone within your company ranks, you're a company that's trying to make money. You're not a company that's trying to make games for gamers. Now, there are very few of these actual companies that are out there trying to make games for gamers. And there are also very few companies out there, not even just games companies, that are just trying to make people happy rather than make money. For example, Apple. Fuck Apple, okay? I like Steve Jobs. I really did. He was a bit of a dick when he was younger, but I've read his biography. Amazing guy. I really like Steve Jobs. But I can name Steve Jobs. And Steve Jobs worked for Apple before he passed away. That means that Apple must technically be a company that's out to make money rather than a company that's trying to make people happy. And ding ding fucking ding. That's exactly what Apple is. That guy, I don't even know his name. That bald motherfucker. Not Steve Jobs, the guy who they've got on the iPhone 5S advert. If I hear his voice one more time, I'm gonna freak out. Who talks like that? The guy's just sitting there talking in slow motion. It's literally like, the new iPhone 5S. It's going to change the way the world works. We've infused design, technology, and a random fucking thumbprint scanner into a sleek new design that looks the exact same as every other fucking design, and we're gonna sell it to you for more than a fucking house. Welcome to Apple. That's bullshit! Now if you look at like a competing company who goes against iPhone, such as, let's name a random one, Samsung. I couldn't name you a single person who works for Samsung, and guess what? Samsung actually makes some pretty sick phones. Not only phones, but they make pretty sick computers, cameras, everything. They make pretty sick everything. Whereas Apple's bringing out the same shit each year, and because I know someone in your company, you're a dick. Who else do I know? Oh yeah, here's another extreme example of this. I like Richard Branson, okay? For those of you who don't know, Richard Branson is the guy who started Virgin, the company, okay? I like Richard Branson as a person, in the same way I like Steve Jobs. However, I don't like the Virgin company. Would you look at that? I know someone within the business ranks of Virgin, I know their name, and I don't like the company. The reason I don't like Virgin is because I was on a Virgin train from Liverpool to London once, coming from university to home. I had a ticket that required a young person's rail card to purchase it. I asked them before I got on the train, hi there, I have this ticket, which I bought with my young person's rail card. However, I've lost my wallet, I've lost my everything, my ID and everything was in the wallet, okay? I still have the ticket, I need to get home so that I can get more money, I can get a new bank card for my bank, etc, etc. Can I still use this ticket even though I don't have the young person's rail card anymore? The woman said, yeah, go ahead, no problem, go ahead, that's fine. I get on the train. The ticket conductor comes down the middle. He's like, tickets please, tickets please. I give him my ticket. He says, excuse me, sir, do you have your young person's rail card? I said, no, I don't. I explained the whole situation to him and he said, oh, I understand, of course. In that case, you'll be getting off at the next stop. So I said to him, mate, I have no wallet, no money, no bank card, and you're gonna leave me 50 miles from my house stranded. At which point he said, yes. So I said, fuck Virgin, fuck all of these companies that aren't making products for people, and bunny out bitches. What's cracking, bunny ballers? My name is Bunny Tears.